Cowgirl, come. Yes. Good. Yes, go. Yes. How fun is that to have a dog that comes when you call? That's called a recall. Now, in dog training this morning, Johnny was here and he had to go before we could get on camera. I have a special announcement to tell you in just a moment. But one of the awesome things about having guest trainers around for this particular show, you saw him a couple of days ago. And shout out to Linda Jo Hefner in her book that's just come out, Tainted Seas, My Sailor Story. She's a Navy wife and you want to read this book. It'll be some of the first folks to get it on Amazon. And you're going to love what she has to say about that. And as soon as you open the cover, you're going to see something about the National PTSD Service Association. And Johnny brought up one of the fabulous things that when we're working with a dog that isn't trained to the level that that particular family needs, it came up this morning that you want the stay. If you get that down with the dog, the stay, that means if you haven't had any of the obedience things solidified with that puppy or older dog, if they're still breathing, you can train them. Stay, as he pointed out, can be the safety for you and that dog. So if the dog has run away and it's a block away and you've got a command where they know that hand signal is stay, or with your voice, and you're saying it a couple of blocks away the same way you would if your 4-year-old got out of the yard, and you're telling them S-T-A-Y, you're going to save your dog's life and your life if the dog is running across the street. I love that this came up. So I'll show this to you, why you want to practice a long stay. It's for the health of you and your dog, working in your front yard, and because mine's already trained not to go far from me in the front yard when I'm playing with her, she's just over here jumping around in the bushes, because a healthy amount of training time and play time is not exhausting physically, but it works everyone mentally. So we'll bring Cowgirl back into the shot and I'll show you that. Cowgirl? Yes. Now. Yep. Pay attention. So if the best you can do with the first time you're practicing the stay command with your dog is walk around and then they move, it's the best you can do. Like when she was just 9 weeks old, was for a couple of minutes, or a couple of seconds. Then I rewarded that stay. I put her in a sit, in a stay, and I don't make her stay in a sit very long. And that's where I use the difference between the correct mark or click of white yes, and now you'll hear me use the word good, G-O-O-D. It's a different command where you are going to continue to be where you are right now, and I'm going to congratulate you, but we're not at the end of the exercise. And that's the difference between yes and good. In this particular case, however you want to assign that label, just choose different labels for as good, good, good. As I'm congratulating her for staying, it's not about the food, it's about the bonding and listening to me, isn't it? Good. Good. Okay. Yes. Okay. There you go. Happy Malinois, Belgian Malinois, Barky Barky celebration on the OK. And Cowgirl, come. Yes. Sit. Yes. Are we going to be fair? Yes. Time a little treat. Not about satisfying the food. It's about yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. And a high food drive animal is going to encourage you to overfeed them. We're not going to do that, but we're now going to talk about some of the fun things that are going on for veterans this week. Cover it down. Yes. And that is Post 3233 has enabled me to announce on behalf of the entire neighborhood around Alta Vista that it's open house day on the 4th of July. And if you are in the voice and walking, driving distance of hearing about Post 3233, VFW on the corner of Tuttle and Belvoir, you'll know it by the tank. Open house, everyone's welcome. Come join us for hot dogs and hamburgers between 1 and 4 on Sunday. Bring your mother, brother, cousin, sister, and if you have a service dog, of course you're welcome. I'm going to be there with my service dog demonstrating so that you get to see what we do for the National PTSD Service Association, an outreach for veterans and first responders. We match them up with dogs that match them and their entire family. It's not a family pet, but it is with family for a very long time and a furry ball of fun. And this is not gift with purchase Estee Lauder, but almost as good. If you are a veteran and you have a pet and you come to VFW Post 3233 on Sunday between 1 and 4 for hot dogs and hamburgers, you're welcome to bring a side dish if you know that hot dogs and hamburgers are not going to do it for you. But also come, and if you're a veteran and you have a pet, the National PTSD Service Association, on behalf of Mayor's Feed the Hungry and Impact 100, are making a difference for veterans and first responders in the entire area, not just for our recipients, but we have pet food for you. They even have dog food. And somebody, thank you, and this is so fun, brought supplies for other types of pets as well. So I will have it loaded in my truck, ready for you Sunday, July 4th, between 1 and 4. We have a big celebration. Bring your entire family if you're in the Sarasota area at the VFW that has a tank in front of it. Now Sunday night, not a pet food handout, but a citywide handout from the city of Palmetto. Fireworks, and the VFW will be open, air-conditioned tables come in for water and cool air. The festivities are a block away. They start at 5 o'clock. Sunday's a very fun day. If you're in this area and you want to go to these different events, so I'm guessing that you kind of want to rest up Saturday night, right? But Saturday, don't miss us at Pets Plus Supply off Fruitville Road. Cowgirl and I are going to be there from 11 to 2, and these folks roll out the red carpets for pets and also are doing a great job rolling out the red carpet for the National PTSD Service Association. Apply, and thank you, veterans, for your service. You served us first. You've served our generation, my generation. Now we're serving you, and we thank you as we roll out the red carpet. Apply for a service dog. If you have PTSD, we'll get you hooked up and matched up and all of the things that matter to you and your family fixed up. We're 100% successful. I'm so excited about this week and all the things that are happening. New corporate partners coming on, and individual partnerships, monthly donors. Now let's show a couple of more training things. So you saw she's now on a down and stay, and she's paying attention to me. I don't even know if she's in camera anymore. Sorry about that. We'll do a couple of more things that, as you remember, the bucket training, what I so love. We introduced to family this morning. Now I like bucket because you could be capable of being in the squat position or a plank position for minutes at a time, but for everyone involved, we set up a couple of buckets. And that is, one family was here, the other family was actually way down the sidewalk, and they called the dog between them, not at the same time, but they would say, now let's say we have one family member, you're the person on watching right now, thank you military and everyone watching, we're going to pretend you're on a bucket. And I'm the other family member with a bucket. You can remember how I scoot different directions so that I'm getting the dog listening to, I'm going to say their name and I'm going to say the command. So as you're working through that, one family member can be on that bucket and the dog has been on recall and come to you. You can face any direction. And if we're going to be, just so I can get on camera, right? And let's say this is just the beginning days of in the household, and you got kids. You got one kid up in one bedroom, one kid in another bedroom, another kid downstairs, or a parent downstairs. And it's not about the exercise, but you are making the dog mentally think, and usually it's a puppy. Let's do this with our puppies. But then listening and responding to the voice and the command. That way, the dog gets trained with the whole family. How neat is that? Capo, come. Yes. Now, I waited to reward her for the sit, and a lot of times we just do that. Now, service dog, a lot of times they're staying in the standing position, but we're just talking about the fun stuff that you do with your pet at home. And this is a great way to have your dog incorporate down. Yes. And I'm not going to give her a treat every time. The treat is a white yes, isn't it? And if I catch her doing something really neat and cool, like the dog this morning, we heard this cool story that when the couple is doing yoga and they're in the plank position, the dog crawls under them backwards. We have to come up with a word for that, like crawl or something. Because if you see a dog doing something really neat, you can reward that behavior like we're talking about with the watch. So now I'm going to pretend to be back with you this day. And you're the other family member. And you're sitting on your bucket and the dog's facing that way. And when you get really good at this with your dog, it's only like 3 minutes in the morning, 3 minutes at lunch, 3 minutes in the evening. If it's a young dog, maybe bursts of 3 minutes throughout the day if you're working from home with the dog and the other family member, with the same level of command so that you know the dog hears you. And see, she's obviously listening, but got all sorts of other things she's watching. Cowgirl, come. Yes. Good, good, good. So fun for the whole family and learning together and being together with your fabulous pet. And come and visit us this Saturday at Pet Supply Plus, this Sunday at both BFWs, the Sarasota and Palmetto. At Sarasota, we'll have the pet food and a dog demonstration. You have a great, it's Thursday, happy Thursday, and we'll see you again real soon. Get Linda Jo Hefner's book, and Tainted Seas, My Sailor Story, is on Amazon right now. Thank you.